Hello everyone, I am Tariq Dessouqi, Professor of Pediatrics, Mansoura University, Egypt. Welcome to this case presentation, Stridor in a Child, Unusual Presentation and Unusual Management. Bassam, a 6-year-old male, was brought to our hospital with a 2-month history of stridor and respiratory difficulty, preceded 1 month earlier by dry cough. During this period, Bassam experienced about 4 to 5 attacks per day of severe cough paroxysms with increasing respiratory distress and cyanosis that was relieved by oxygen, steroids, and inhaled salbutamol. There was no history of fever, no wheezes, nor similar condition before. Evaluation before hospital admission, including CT larynx, revealed glottic narrowing due to diffuse inflammatory changes. At presentation, the patient had tachypnea, biphasic stridor, suprasternal and sternal retraction. Breath sounds were diminished bilateral but equal. The child was taken up for rigid bronchoscopy with tracheostomy standby.
Laryngoscopy under succinyl choline revealed polyps and extensive granulation tissue, and no foreign body was detected in the larynx. The polyps and granulation tissue cause marked narrowing of the subglottic area. The granulation tissue bleeds easily on touch.
Before proceeding to bronchoscopy, elective tracheostomy was done to secure the airway after bronchoscopy. The passage of the bronchoscope in the larynx caused some bleeding that made the field obscure, so it is not shown here.
After passing the larynx, the trachea and right bronchial tree were free, apart from right tracheal bronchus and mucous strand in the middle lobe bronchus. On the left side, there was a small granulation tissue in the inlet of the left main bronchus, and also a foreign body appeared in the left main bronchus. The foreign body was extracted using non-optical forceps and telescope. It is broken during extraction and re-extracted again.
The foreign body was half a veneer of watermelon seed that has sharp edges. After bronchoscopy, the patient recovered uneventfully without stridor or respiratory distress with the tracheostomy tube in place. This Bassam post-operative, no signs of respiratory distress and no stridor present. The obstruction is completely relieved by the presence of tracheostomy bypassing the level of obstruction. Bassam received antibiotics for 1 week and steroids for 3 days. 1 week later, re-evaluation bronchoscopy was done.
The extensive polyps and gradation tissue disappeared. Small polyp only is present and the tracheostomy tube is in place. After decannulation, the tracheostomy opening appears again. No extensive granulation tissue or polyps, just a small polyp is present. This is the left side bronchi. No residual abnormality present. And also the right side bronchial tree.
Bassam after decannulation, no tracheostomy tube, no stridor, and no respiratory distress. The patient improved markedly. No further obstruction is present. My comment on this case: the raised question in this case is how a bronchial foreign body caused this extensive laryngeal pathology. It appears that our patient had non-witnessed foreign body aspiration that lodged in the bronchial tree. The repeated severe cough paroxysms were attempts to exhale the foreign body. However, during these cough paroxysms, the sharp-edged foreign body caused repeated trauma to the larynx and the upper trachea. The repeated trauma induced the reactive polyps and degradation tissue, leading to progressive laryngeal narrowing and stridor. Also, it is important to note that, first, elective tracheostomy in patients with critical laryngeal narrowing is mandatory before proceeding to bronchoscopy to have the airway secured after the procedure. Second, a thorough endobronchial examination should be carried out in patients with unexplained laryngeal polyps and degradation tissue, as the cause may be in the trachea or bronchi beyond the larynx. Lastly, to the best of our knowledge, this is the first reported case of stridor caused by a migrating laryngeal foreign body. Thank you very much.